Okay, so that was a lot. Coming fresh off the Ubisoft Division Day, we have got some major updates to the Division universe. During the Division Day stream, we received updates on two of the big titles on their way, the Division Heartland and the Division Resurgence, but I feel like the biggest news was dropped for the Division's current flagship game, the Division 2, with talk about Year 5, the next game mode on the way, and a new DLC, which, to be honest, was something that I've genuinely wanted for the game, but I really thought wasn't on the cards. I am very happy to be wrong here. Before we dig into it, I want to thank my supporters over on Patreon, more on how you can support at the end of the video. Alright, let's get into what was covered, starting with the Division 2. Year 5 is just around the corner. Literally. Year 5 is expected to be coming early June, with it bringing a whole new approach to seasons, and I'm sure this is music to many Division agents' ears. But it looks like each season will have a slight focus on fixing up the castle's settlement. With the start of the current season, we saw the castle return to working order, but it looks like in each season of Year 5, we're going to be rebuilding the castle into something more, and possibly something like another base of operations, with it being so centric to the seasons. Looking at the season map for Year 5, most season tabs contain Rebuild Castle, so it looks like it's going to take us some time in game, but I'm definitely looking forward to seeing how it all comes together in the end. Something else that is getting pretty close pretty quick is a brand new game mode, The Descent.
Let the sickness take them!
The Division trained you to operate at your limits. This simulation will push you beyond them. But I'm confident in your abilities.
Simulation restarted.
Suit up, agents. Time to see what you're capable of.
Coming with Season 1 titled Broken Wings, The Descent is a new roguelite game mode set in what sounds like a training simulation, which I think is pretty cool, and watching the trailer actually gave me some Metal Gear Solid 1 VR training flashbacks. This is also what's behind the mystery of the green SHD watch that we've seen in promo images and in the trailer. The Descent strips you of all of your weapons and gear and drops you into random situations where you need to loot weapons, gear, and skills to try and make it as far as possible. I'm really hoping The Descent brings some underground vibes to the Division 2. The Underground was a randomized game mode from the Division 1 with surprisingly good replayability, and it was always a good laugh with friends. So I'm hoping we see a little bit of that with The Descent. Alright, so here's something that really got me hyped. Incursion. If your first taste of the Division franchise was with the Division 2, then you're probably not familiar with Incursions. They were essentially the Division 1's version of a raid, but not quite a raid. Incursions were 4-player missions with unique raid-like mechanics and a pretty good amount of difficulty. If they are bringing back Incursions as we knew them, this could give the endgame of the Division 2 a real boom, making it much easier to get into because you only really need to find 3 friends to jump in, opposed to the impossible task of finding 7 friends. I mean, who has 7 friends, right? And of course, the biggest news, and I mean big news, is that we have a brand new story DLC on the way with Season 4 of Year 5. This brings new zones, new main missions, and a whole new endgame structure, which is pretty curious. This really has me excited. Something that I've genuinely wanted for the game is another Wony-sized expansion to really breathe some fresh life back into it. I'm not saying that this will be Warlords big, but hopefully we at least see something similar. Along with all this good stuff, we are also getting more apparel events, a rerun of the Resident Evil crossover event, and a brand new collaboration with Splinter Cell, allowing us to unlock some Sam Fisher cosmetics. This is all awesome, I'm excited, and let me know if you are excited in the comments below. Next, we got a little update from the Resurgence team, a new mobile game joining the Division universe. There wasn't really much to sink your teeth into here, but there is another test phase happening in summer that you can sign up for now, and if you play, you can unlock your very own JTF skin for keeps when the game releases. Now you too can stand in the way of friendly fire and be your very own JTF member. I will link the site in the description if you want to sign up for that. During my short hiatus, I did actually get to play Resurgence during the beta, and I had a lot of fun with the game. I'm not really a mobile gamer, so I'm not sure if there'll be much here to keep me around past the story, but I am really looking forward to getting back into a nostalgic, snowy New York City. Okay, Heartland. Truth be told, I'm still kind of on the fence with Heartland. I can't quite put my finger on it, but something about the game just isn't quite hitting home with me. But saying that, I am eager to be proven wrong. In the Division 1, I was a big fan of Dark Zone PvP, something I sadly cannot say for the sequel, so I'm really hoping Heartland can capture some of that classic Division PvP magic. If you're not familiar with the Division Heartland, it is going to be a free-to-play PvPvE game that seems to be trying to combine the Dark Zone with survival gameplay. During the stream and the look we got at Heartland, we did get to see a little more gameplay with a taste of the story and a few mentions of what we can expect from the survival elements of the game. When you start out in Heartland, you'll be working with Mackenzie Reed, an SHD agent who's headed to Silver Creek looking for her former commander, Killian Tower, after he went rogue, killing her entire squad. Reed feels that Silver Creek is at the centre of something big and she needs our help to find out what it is. In the beginning of the game, we'll be helping Mackenzie rebuild the base of operations in the area, completing missions and learning more about the map of Silver Creek. While playing Heartland, you'll have to compete with various survival elements like dehydration and a roaming virus spreading throughout the area that you'll have to prepare filters if you want to survive. Heartland is also going to contain a day and night cycle, which interestingly enough, will have a massive effect on gameplay. During the day, you'll have to fight roaming enemies and contaminated zones, but at night, the survival elements are ramped up and the PvPvE really comes into effect. There is still a sign up for the Heartland beta if you haven't signed up already. Personally, I would really like to go hands-on with the game myself, still being kind of on the fence, and I'd like to see more of how it plays and what it's about. If you do want to sign up, you'll find a link for that in the description along with the Resurgence link. It has been great getting some updates, and I'm pretty excited about the future of the franchise. Things definitely seem to be heading in the right direction. With the Division universe expanding, they're also going to be introducing cross-game rewards, earning cosmetics in one game for playing another, which is a pretty cool idea and hopefully something we see more of in the future. That's the highlights from the Division day. So what do you think? How are you feeling? Happy? Sad? Outraged? Let me know in the comments below. Plus, while you're down there, let me know which game you're looking forward to the most. Heartland, Resurgence, or the Division 2 Year 5. I'm also going to be putting out trailer breakdowns and deep dives into some of what we've seen during the Division Day stream, so make sure to hit subscribe so you don't miss any future uploads. As always, a massive thank you to my supporters over on Patreon for helping me make this channel the best it can be. If you would like to join them, you can support the channel for as little as £1 a month. You'll find a link to the Patreon in the description below. Have a great day, and I'll catch you in the next one.